To access the UFLI materials, you'll go to the Mustang Hub, and then you'll scroll down to MTSS. You'll expand by clicking the down caret, and you'll see UFLI as one of the pages. Click on that, and it will bring you to the UFLI page. The first thing that you see is the UFLI toolbox. If you click on this, it will bring you to the website and all of the materials that are available on the website. The first thing on lesson resources is all of the lessons. They have them in PowerPoint and Google Classroom. So if you're teaching lesson 12, you'll go to lessons 1 through 34. You'll open this and you'll scroll down to lesson 12. If you click on this, it'll download a PowerPoint. If you click on this, it'll download a Google slide of the lesson. You'll be using these decodable passages during your lesson, so you'll need to print this off for your students. And if you want to send some practice home, or if you want to do some extra practice in your groups, you can click on this home practice. You'll also see that starting at lesson 13, there's a roll and read activity. That looks like this, and it's words that you have practiced in the unit. You can have students work on this in small groups. They will roll a die, and then they'll read the words in that row or in that column, and with their partner. Partner will check to make sure they've said them right, and then they'll get credit for it. The other partner will roll the die, same thing. So that's the first resource on the website. Next are the UFLI apps. These are apps that you're going to be using during your lessons. The first thing, during step 4, your blending drill, you will use the virtual blending board. So you'll click on this, and it'll bring you to the blending board you'll be using. If you need support with using the blending board, there's a tutorial right here. The next thing you might want to work with is the virtual word work mats. This is during step 6 of the lesson. There's a beginner level and there's an intermediate level. This is for students to practice building words with letters. So if you tell them the word is fit, they would spell it. You can create a Google Classroom with your intervention students and add this as a link in there for them to use when they are in your room. The intermediate just has some more blends and vowel pairs that you're going to be learning. These also, we are working on getting you materials, magnetic boards for spelling with these materials. If you'd rather just use it online, feel free. If not, by next week, we'll have some physical materials for you. The next thing is the game generator. This came to be last year, and when I started using it with my students, they really loved using these games. I would use them on Fridays to kind of end our week. There's a variety of games that you can play. We did a few different ways that we played some of these games. Sometimes I would do boys versus girls. Sometimes, if my group was smaller, I'd play these like game boards, and each student would be able to have a turn. There's roll and read, a digital version. just some flashcards. But what you'd want to do is whatever activity that you want to click on, say we want to play 4 in a row, kind of like Connect 4. You'll select words, and if you do words from UFLI Foundations, you can go to whatever lesson you're teaching and click those words. So you'll see that lesson 12 only has regular words. There's all the words that would be in this activity, and then you would click finish. Brings them all on here. If you want to have 2 different teams, oh, no, this one's already all set. I forgot. So if it was Red's turn, they read the word at the bottom, pop, it goes down, comes to the top. It's now Blue's turn. They pick this row. They're going to do not. They got it right. It goes down to not. And then you're trying to connect 4. Some of the games where you can have multiple players, you'll have to change the amount of players. So you'll go to settings, number of players, and you can do 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. This is just something extra. It's not built into lessons. It's something you can do with your students if they've earned it, or if you have extra time at the end of a lesson. It's a great resource. So that is all that is on our website, the UFLI website. If you come back to our Mustang Hub page for UFLI, you'll see Google Slide Lesson Folder. I started this last year when I was teaching this, and you'll see that I've already downloaded the files for a lot of the lessons right in here. So if you don't want to download the slides, you can just use these ones in here. I'm sure this year I will be continuing to add to this. There's a few other things in here that you might want to use. There's a picture of the vowel valley as well as the consonant sound wall. This might be posters you want to print out for your classroom, little anchor charts. But what I'm also supplying all of you with is individual whiteboards. On one side, it will have the vowel valley and the consonant wall. On the other side, it'll have, let me make this just a little bit smaller so you can see it. It will have lines for the steps where you have to practice writing letters or sentences. It has those lines. And then it also has some outline boxes of different sizes. So when you're practicing spelling with whiteboard markers, they can spell in the outline boxes. So these will be coming to you by the end of the week. They will be in sheet protectors, so students can use whiteboard markers and erasers with these. The last thing that I want to show you is if you scroll down, tomorrow I will be taping a model of day 1 and day 2, and those will be located right here for you to reference. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.